Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. It's my pleasure to welcome you again to another edition of the Walkthrough Education Global Intellectual Exchange. Today, we are not simply talking about technology. We are talking about the kind of human being we are becoming because of technology and the kind of citizens we are preparing our children to become in a digital world. Technology has changed the way we learn, communicate, work, create, and even build relationships. A child can sit in one corner of the world and within seconds access information from another continent. A teacher can reach thousands of learners without entering the classroom. Artificial intelligence can generate ideas. Social media can amplify voices, and digital platforms can create opportunities that previous generations could only imagine. But here is the question. If we are teaching our children how to use technology, are we teaching
If
them
we are,
how to use it responsibly? Are we teaching them to distinguish information from misinformation, freedom from irresponsibility, connection from addiction, innovation from harm, and influence from manipulation? A digitally skilled child may know how to operate a device, but a responsive or responsible digital citizen knows when to use it, how to use it, why to use it, and when not to use it. That is why today's theme, Raising Responsible Digital Citizens, is so important. Digital citizenship is not merely about knowing how to click, how to type, how to search, post, create, or communicate digitally. It's about developing wisdom, integrity, empathy, critical thinking, accountability, respect, and responsibility in a way we interact with the digital world. And this responsibility does not belong to teachers alone. It belongs to parents, schools, government, communities, developers, policymakers, and indeed all of us. Because the question is no longer whether our children will enter the digital world. They are already there. The question is, what kind of citizens will they become when they get there? Will they become digital consumers who simply scroll, watch, like, and share? Or will they become digital change makers who create, innovate, educate, solve problems, protect others, and use technology to make the world better? Today, our distinguished moderators will take us through different dimensions of this important conversation, from digital literacy to online safety to ethics, innovation, family responsibility, global citizenship, and the future of digital citizenship. I encourage everyone joining us today to listen with an open mind, participate actively, ask questions, share your experiences, and most importantly, reflect on what you can do differently when you leave this session today. Because responsible digital citizenship is not something we simply take, something we model, nurture, practice, and build together. Once again, I warmly welcome you all to a Walkthrough Education Global Intellectual Exchange 2026 quarter three. And with great pleasure, I hereby declare this session officially open. I'm going to be calling on the first moderator for today, Dr. David Greenfield, as he speaks on the topic from digital consumers to digital change makers, our collective responsibility. Over to you, Dr. David.
um, good day, everybody. Day kind of encompasses everything from morning in Los Angeles to late afternoon in Nigeria, and I guess in the evening in India and everywhere in between. Um, this is a really interesting question. And as usual, one of the first things I do when getting a topic with two concepts, I want to look up the concepts first. Um, consumers and change makers. And not change makers and digital. A consumer is a person or a thing that uses goods, services, or energy. So that's all of us. And one of the first things I thought of was um, many years ago going into the Apple store in my neighborhood. I don't know what it was, if you had Apple stores in the mid 90s, what they looked like. But here, you'd walk into this really cool looking store. It was a long store, um, kind of down the center. There were two rows of tables, and each table had different computers and some of the accoutrements. But iPhone wasn't invented yet. So there's always a section for kids. They had a low table with low chairs and big cushy pillows to sit on. And they had these computers set up with all these really interesting and fun educational games. Parents would sit there, the kids would sit there. It was just, you walked into the store and you felt like you were part of the community. That's the important word. Um, with, um, with the development of the iPhone, I met every other phone that came after it. Um, our community shifted from being with people to being with digital devices. When I walk into an Apple store now they still have these two long tables, but they're filled with primarily phones and the different things and a few computers. There's no longer an area for kids to play, no longer an area for games for them to experiment with them, for their parents to see what they're doing and to interact with them. I walked down the street and I was counting people. If there are 9 people in the block where I'm walking, about 7 or 8 of them are looking down at their phone. When I get on the bus, more people are looking at their phone than not. And what the reason what's happening is we're losing our sense of community, um, or immediate community. It just how it is. So many times, in fact, every time when there's a new technology, the results uh, 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 of that technology are not known until people get into it, such as the phone, digital phones. Now, I'm not going to come down on digital phones because right now I'm using my iPhone to connect with you all because my computer is sick and it's just a pain in the butt at this point. But the phone can work. The problem is what we're losing in the ability to interact with human beings. Um, it's really weird. I'm training myself to sit on the bus without my phone or to keep it in my pocket. So I look around. Sometimes I'll start up a conversation. Sometimes I help people a lot older than me, chat with people younger than me, but I'm interacting with humans as humans without the digital, without the ones and zeros having to go back and forth. I'm not going to have a private conversation and raise my voice so people can hear me because that's obnoxious and just, it's rude. Um, but I want to bring back people. And I think when we're talking about how do we improve and um, promote the kinds of responsible citizens that we want, that comes of being within a community. We always had a community, where I grew up in East Los Angeles. Um, the parents watched out for all the kids. Each parent watched out for all the kids that were on the street. It wasn't just your kid, because everybody was in it together. We went into each other's houses. We can't do that on the iPhone, but we can emulate it. How do we emulate it? And that I see as our big challenge, um, for um, for the um, for the digital consumer and the digital change maker. The change we want is not necessarily to go backward, but to find the ways that will allow us to create this kind of community like we're doing here. This is a great example of being a community. Um, we're all educators. Most of us are parents. I would imagine all are parents. Maybe there's some that are not. Um, and we're all here sharing information, sharing our concerns, sharing our intelligence, sharing our experience, watching out for each other, which we will take back into our homes and into our schools. And that's really important because the nature of the planet now is such that it's getting smaller and it's also getting more dangerous, which means we need to find those ways and develop the ways that are what we're learning in this community is going out into the rest of the world. And that is what we'll be discussing, part of what we'll be discussing today, how to bring in that sense of ethics, sense of care, and all those things that make humans humans, and be able to share it to the world so that we are making the changes and we're not waiting for um, leaders, which are not leaders. Um, but we're doing it for us, for our children, for other children, and for the future. And with that, I've gone over by 1 minute. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the sessions.
Thank you very much, Dr. David, for that amazing presentation. I know that it's going to really be awesome in your breakout room. Thank you very much. So our first conversation challenges us to look beyond technology consumption. Thank you, Dr. David. So I'm going to quickly move over to Dr. Rania Lampo as she speaks on the building the foundation, digital literacy as a life skills for every learner. Over to you, Dr. Rania.
Thank you, dear Gloria, and of course, many congratulations, Dr. David. I would like to welcome you all, me too. And would start by saying that digital literacy definitely is something which provides a direction, the foundation, and then the digital citizenship gives the direction, ethics provides the compass, and education provides the pathway. Today, I want to focus on how Europe has a particularly strong ecosystem on programs, frameworks, platforms, and initiatives. And I had the privilege also to work some years before in the Directorate of Educational Technology in the Ministry of Education, where I'm working on a practical tool which is called Selfie. I don't know if you were aware of this. Initially, it was for European teachers, but then I think it was expanded to other countries. So we worked on this, and finally it was launched by the European Union. It's called Selfie. It's an excellent practical tool. It's a free, first it's a free tool, self-reflection that actually helps teachers evaluate their digital competence and receive feedback and suggestions for professional development. So it takes approximately 25 minutes. It provides an automated feedback report. It can also be used collectively by groups of teachers. So what you do, you complete the test, then you can identify your strengths and weaknesses according to the results of this self-test. Then you design a personal digital competence development plan. So you get this plan. And finally, you can connect your development with another framework that we have, which is called the Compa Edu. So this is aligned with our Digital Education Action Plan 2021-2027, which provides a common vision for high quality, inclusive and accessible digital education. And it has to do with how we can improve digital infrastructure, how we can improve digital competencies, develop AI literacy. The overarching framework is the European Digital Competence Framework, DIGCOMP 2.2, which actually addresses areas including also safety, problem solving, of course, data literacy, communication, digital content creation. Then there is the Digital Competence 2, the European framework for the digital competence, especially for educators. Of course, the Erasmus class, which include digital how to build digital citizens for Europe, many programs related to this. The twinning, of course, it's very well known. And aimed at helping children and young people navigate. To the ministry, we're conducting for over 12 years, a workshop, a seminar for students of private secondary education who are coming to this the ministry, and twice a week we are teaching all these concepts of, not the concepts, all these, the principles of online safety, and then we give the opportunity to students to share their own experiences and to have a discussion, and we give them advice. The Safe Internet Centers, here we collaborate also with the Safer Internet Center. It's a European network which supports children, young people, parents, and educators. And there is also the Digital Euro program, which is broader than education, but very relevant to the future of digital literacy because it supports areas, strategic areas, including AI, advanced digital skills, digital technologies. I forgot to mention about the hub. It's the European Digital Education Hub, which is connects educators, teacher trainers, researchers, and policymakers. You're aware about the European Union Code Week. It's a valuable initiative. Many teachers are joining this initiative, and also there are many awards and recognitions. So what's this digital citizenship through coding? Because students could create, for example, cybersecurity games. They can create digital citizenship quizzes or ethics scenarios or cyberbullying awareness apps. I forgot to mention something very important, that there is a Horizon program. You know, Horizon, they are funding programs from European Union which cost billions. And there is one program which is called Rayuela. It involves over 20 partners from different countries, European countries. And what they're trying to do is to offer online, it's also actually gamification activities in order to help online cybersecurity. So it's amazing. We're talking investment of millions in this program, and it's very effective because we have a cathartic way. So through gaming, first we get a diagnosis of the needs of the students, and then the program gives you some pathways, some escape rooms, something like that, and then you go to the next level, and students, they get involved in authentic real world scenarios and dilemmas, and then they ask them, what would you do in case you receive this message from an anonymous person and things like that. So it's amazing how also gamification can help with online cybersecurity. It's an innovative approach, and that's why it costs so much money. All these activities form a European ecosystem which can actually help through, of course, the first level is policy, the second level is competence. The educational practice has to do with the Code Week, the twinning, the Erasmus. The other level has to do with safety, responsibility, all the safer internet centers, and finally, the future digital society, which has to do with digital Europe, the AI literacy, the advanced digital skills. So finally, I want to say that the Europe's vision of digital education is evolving because now we are building digital competence. We try to build digital resilience, is another core term, responsible digital citizenship through all these initiatives that I mentioned before. Because we don't need just generation, which is digital grounded and socially responsible. Thank you very much. Sorry, Dr. Gloria, for abusing the time.
Thank
Yeah,
you
I
very
see, I
much,
see. Yeah, Dr. David. It's an extreme, it costs millions, and actually even police, the police station of Italy, it's involved a psychologist from different European countries, from Portugal and Italy, and involved in just a gamification program. Yeah, and it's something which has actually results because it has this liberated cathartic effect that I mentioned before. Yes, it costs a lot, but it's effective. Yeah, I fully agree. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Orania. Thank you very much. If you can see, we cannot raise responsible digital citizens without giving them the knowledge and the skills they need to navigate the digital environment. Thank you, thank you, thank you for taking us through that part. All right, so I'm going to be moving over to our next moderator for today. I'm going to be welcoming Dr. Kamal Chandralohani as he speaks on the topic
Warm greetings to everybody, to respected Gloria ma'am and respected Rania ma'am, our respected David sir, Nahid sir, Nallam sir, Yala ma'am, and to all the great teachers, educators of the world. Well, this is Kamal Chand Lohani from Nainital, Uttarakhand, India. Thank you very much for giving me the wonderful opportunity, ma'am. As I have to speak on in full servant, but we are living in where the world now no longer comments in seconds. A thought can reach millions of people with a single click. Artificial intelligence can write, create, translate, predict, and imitate human behavior. We have never been more connected. But here lies the great paradox of our time. We are becoming more connected digitally now. Yet we must ensure that we do not become disconnected morally. That is why digital ethics is not a technological concern, it is a question of our character, digital character, conscience, responsibility, and humanity. Education without values, as useful as it is, uh, uh, it seems rather to make man a more clever devil. The same is true of technology. A technologically skilled person without ethical values can use the same digital power to educate or to manipulate or to inspire or humiliate, to unite or divide, to create or to destroy. Digital ethics is simply the practice of asking, just because I can do something online, does that mean I should? It means respecting privacy. It means telling the truth. It means giving credit to others, refusing to spread misinformation. It means thinking before forwarding and communicating or sharing. In our world, we teach children think before you speak. But in the digital world, now we have to teach our children think before you click, because a spoken word may disappear in the air, but a digital world can remain forever. Our digital footprints are becoming our character now. Every search, comment, photographs, message, our likes and posts leaves a digital footprint. Our digital footprints tell a story about who we are. Our character is not only revealed by what we do when people are watching, character is revealed by what we choose to do when nobody is watching. The screen may hide our face, but it cannot hide our values. The first principle of digital ethics must be never forget the human being behind the screen. Today, digital literacy alone is not enough. we need digital character. A digitally responsible person knows not everything that can be shared should be shared. Not everything that is viral is true. Not everything that is legal is ethical. Not everything that is possible is desirable. And not every powerful technology should be used simply because before posting a comment, we need to think. Before sharing an image, we need to think. Before forwarding information, we need to think. We need to think that would I be comfortable if this were about me? Artificial intelligence is transforming education, but as machines become more intelligent, our responsibility becomes even greater. Our responsibility becomes even greater. Artificial intelligence can generate information, but it cannot replace our conscience. It cannot decide what is morally right. The future does not simply need people who know how to use artificial intelligence. The future needs people who know when, why, and responsibly how to use artificial intelligence or AI. Educators have a historic responsibility. We are not preparing our students for exams only. We are preparing them for a world where one careless click can have consequences for far beyond the classroom. We have to teach them. Do not merely become digitally smart, become digitally wise. Just think, if you cannot say it face to face, think twice before saying it online. If you would not want it done to you, do not do it to someone else online or offline. And technology may change, but human values should not. Our technology reflects our intelligence, but our choices reveal our character. So let us build not merely a connected world, but a responsible world, not merely a digital generation, but a generation of digital character. Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am. This is my opinion about that digital character. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kamal. Indeed, technology may give us incredible power, but character determines how we use that power. And that's the question we're asking. How do we ensure that our digital progress is accompanied by human values? Thank you very much, Dr. Kamal. Thank you.
Thank
And
you, ma'am.
moving on,
Thank
I'm
you.
going to be welcoming our next speaker, moderator, Dr. Nahid Raza, as he speaks on the topic, creating safe digital spaces, protecting learners in an online world. Over to you, Dr. Nahid.
First of all, salutation to our leader, Gloria ma'am, for creating this vast oceanic platform where we are expressing ourselves. Topic given to me is greetings to all from India. Topic given to me is creating safe digital spaces, promoting learners in an online world. We stand at a moment of great promise and grave peril. The digital has thrown open to our children and our scholars a vast and brilliant theater of learning. Knowledge flows like a river. Curiosity finds thousand doors. But with this liberty comes a burden. For every lamp that lights the student's path, there burns a shadow that would mislead, harm, or steal. We must therefore set our faces with courage and with wisdom to secure these new streets and halls for those who learn. Let us be plain in our thought. The pupils who sit behind screens are not merely users, They are citizens of a new commonwealth of knowledge. They deserve protection, they deserve guidance, they deserve an unflinching defense. It is not sufficient to bemoan after they have visited mischief upon the young. We must act before harm takes roots. We will build policies and we will build character. We will take the laws from hand where law must be put forth, and we will take the teacher's gentle hand where judgment and nurture are called for. Regulation without imagination becomes a prison. Education without firmness becomes a folly. Both are required. Both shall be instruments. Parents and teachers must be vigilant and taught. Equip them with the tools to recognize falsehood, to counteract, to understand the architectures behind the screens. Let schools teach not only formulas and dates, but also how to weigh sources, how to guard privacy, how to speak with civility in the public square. Let parents learn the language of the platforms. Let the classroom and the homes be a shield as much as a crucible. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, thank you very much, Dr. Nahid. The digital world has opened extraordinary opportunities, but it has also created new forms of vulnerability. Thank you for that amazing message that you've just given to us. We appreciate. And I'm going to be my next moderator for today, Dr. Leonsho Calderon, as he speaks on. Doctor, are you there? Dr. Nolly? Hello, Dr. Nolly. Okay, it's like he stepped out. It's like he stepped out from his system. So I'm going. Oh, is it from my side? Can you hear him? Dr. Rania, can you hear Dr. Nolly?
No. We can't hear.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to be welcoming Dr. Miriam Salihu Suleiman to take over the virtual floor as she speaks on the topic Technology for Good, Inspiring Responsible Innovation and Digital Leadership. Over to you.
Good
Hello,
evening,
Ambassador Miriam.
everyone.
Okay. Yeah, good evening.
Yes. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Today I'll be speaking on technology for good, inspiring responsible innovation and digital leadership. We live in a world where technology is transforming every communicate, how we work and how we solve problems. But the real question is not whether our values are advancing with it. Technology is most powerful when it improves lives. It becomes a force for good when it expands access to education, when it supports healthcare, when it creates opportunities for young people and helps communities to solve real challenges. Innovation should only be measured by how fast it moves. Sorry, not by how far it moves, but by how many lives it positively impacts. This is where responsible innovation becomes essential.
Today is the final.
Responsible innovation. Okay.
Sorry,
Responsible
Miriam.
innovation means
I was trying
creating
to mute someone.
technologies.
Mariam, you're muted. Unmute yourself.
Okay. I have. Responsible innovation means creating technology that is ethical, inclusive, and beneficial to society. It means asking important questions like who benefits, who might be excluded, how do we protect human dignity, how do we protect human privacy and fairness. Equally important is digital leadership. A digital leader is not simply someone who understands technology. A digital leader uses technology with purpose and integrity. They, they inspire others, promote responsible, they inspire others, promote responsible use of digital behavior. They promote responsible digital behavior and ensure that innovation creates opportunities rather than deepening inequality. As educators and leaders, we have a responsibility to prepare young people for a digital future. But we must teach them more than digital skills. We must teach digital responsibility. Our children should know how to think critically, use technology ethically, collaborate across cultures, and create solutions that serve humanity. The future belongs not only to those who can code, but to those who can lead with compassion, wisdom, and accountability. As I conclude, I want us to leave with one thought. Technology will shape the future, but values will determine whether that future is inclusive, sustainable, and humane. Let us choose innovation that empowers people. Let us choose leadership that serves society. And let us ensure that technology remains a tool that brings out the best in humanity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that inspiring message. Technology should not only make our lives easier, they should also make it powerful. It should help us make our community a better place. From education and healthcare to entrepreneurship, environment, every aspect of our lives. Thank you very much. Thank you for that amazing message. We appreciate. And I'm going to move over to Dr. Nalini Astana as she speaks on the topic Digital Citizenship Beyond the Classroom, Families, Communities, and Global Responsibility. Over to you, Dr. Nalini.
Thank you, Dr. Gloria, and good evening to each individual in this frame. As we are talking about raising responsible digital citizen, we are raising the children in a world where the first classroom was no longer is a physical room. It is also equipped with digital screens. Technology has become an inseparable part of learning nowadays. Communication, creativity, and everyday life is totally entangled with this digital life. But the real question is not how much technology our children are using. It is how responsibly they are using. That should be our question. Raising a responsible digital citizen begins with digital literacy. Children need to know how to search, evaluate, create, communicate, and share information online. In an age of misinformation and AI generated content, being digital literacy also means asking, is this information incredible? Who created it? And what evidence supported it? If these questions are being asked by the children with the help of the elders, then only will be able to make responsible digital citizens to our future generation. The second pillar is online safety. Children must understand privacy, strong passwords, cyberbullying, phishing, inappropriate content, and the importance of never sharing personal information and details with strangers online. We should teach them that the internet may forget very little. So every digital footprint deserves thought before it is created on their wall. The third pillar is digital ethics. Behind every screen is a human being. Respect, empathy, honesty, consent, and kindness should not disappear simply because we are communicating through a device. That should be the role and the real pathways when before creating any content. Children should learn to pause before they post, comment, forward, or react to any of the digital content. And finally, we must promote responsible technological usage by the children. Technology should be a tool that enhances human potential, not something that controls our attention. Healthy screen habits, balance digital and real world experiences, mindful usage of AI, and knowing when to disconnect are essential life skills of today's generation. It should be incorporated in their life skill teaching. As educators and parents, our role is not to completely shield children from the digital world. Our role is to equip them to navigate it wisely. We must model the behavior we expect because children learn digital citizenship not only from our instructions but also how we as elders following it, what all our action shows related to digital literacy. So let us therefore move from simply teaching children how to use technology to teach them how to use technology with wisdom, responsibility, and integrity. Because a truly successful digital citizen is not the person who knows the most about technology, but the one who uses technology to learn, to create, to connect, and to make the digital world a safer and a kinder place. Let us not merely raise tech savvy children, but let us raise tech wise human beings. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nalini. That was an awesome presentation. And she just reminded us that the responsibility for raising responsible digital citizens extends far beyond the classroom. And she also spoke about how we can guide these children, not to stop them from using the digital skills, but to use it responsibly. Thank you very much, Dr. Nalini, for that. We appreciate you. And moving back, I'm going to be welcoming Dr. Leoncio Calderon as he speaks on the future of digital citizenship, preparing responsible global citizens. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Gloria, Dr. Rania, and our respective speakers here. Good evening. Good day. As we talk about the future of education, we cannot separate it from technology. Our children are growing up in a world where learning, communication, friendship, and even opportunities can happen with just one click. But here is an important question. Are we simply preparing our students to become good users of technology? Or are we preparing them to become responsible digital citizens? In my school at St. Paul Integrated School, we believe that education goes beyond teaching students how to use the computer, access an online classroom, or search for information. We want our students, they're called Markans, not Martians, Markans, because it's St. Mark. Markans to understand that their values must remain with them, even when they are behind a screen. Our core values of excellence, compassion, and integrity are just as important online as they are inside the classroom. Excellent means teaching our students to use technology for meaningful learning, creativity, and problem solving, not simply for entertainment. Compassion means reminding them that there's always a real person behind every account, message, and comment. What she's saying online can encourage someone, but it can also hurt someone. Integrity means doing what is right even when there's no teacher or parent watching. It means being truthful, respecting intellectual property, protecting personal information, thinking before sharing, and using artificial intelligence responsibly. And now, with AI becoming part of everyday life, digital citizenship becomes even more important. Our students need to learn that technology should support their thinking, not replace it. AI can provide answers, good questions, verify information, make sound decisions, and take responsibility for their work. That's why the partnership between the school and the home is so important. We cannot prepare responsible digital citizens through rules alone. Our children learn from what they see us do. At SMIS, our vision is to develop lifelong learners who can apply their lessons and skills to make their community, our country, and the world a better place. The technology our Markians or even our learners throughout the world will use 10 years from now may be very different from what we have today. But the values that should guide them will remain the same. So, as we prepare our children for a digital future, let us not only ask, what can technology do? Let us teach them to ask an even more important question. How can I use technology responsibly to do something good for others and for the world? Because that is the kind of digital citizen and global citizen we want every learner to become. Thank you, and mabuhay from the Philippines.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nolly, for that amazing presentation. And as we look towards the future, you have shown us that the greatest investment we can make is not merely in technology, but in people who know how to use technology responsibly. Thank you very much, Dr. Nolly. Thank you. We appreciate it. And this brings us to the end of today's session with the moderators. We are going to be moving over to the breakout rooms where the moderators continue with with the moderation. So, but before then, please, I would love to request that we all turn on our cameras so that we can take our photo shoot before we move over to the breakout room. Please pardon me, my camera I won't be able to turn it on because of my bandwidth. My network is really very bad. So that's why I'm using two devices in case one fails. So, all right, so Dr. Rania, please, you help with the pictures. Yeah.
Yes, sure. Okay. Are we ready? Take a screenshot. Okay. Dr. Nolly, we haven't started the counting yet. Don't place emoji. You are in hurry, Dr. Nolly. Let's do it. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So let me take a screenshot. First one. Okay. And the second, and for the second one more time, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Take. Okay. So thank you. And Dr. Gloria will send it to you now.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you. And the breakout room is open. So have fun and enjoy the breakout session. See you soon. Okay, you're all assigned to a breakout room. Please just click on the link on your on your screen and join the breakout room. Okay, over to you, Dr. Nalini, for your feedback.
Thank you, Dr. Gloria, for giving me the opportunity to be the first one to share my feedback related to my room. I'm really fortunate that I had the beautiful couple, the most knowledgeable couple all the way from South India with me, and the real teachers, dedicated teachers India is blessed with. So, really, and the first sharing was from Dr. Yella ma'am, and Yella ma'am's point related to partnership for responsible leadership was, in nutshell, she gave the points like meaning of community partnership, bringing together the school, families, communities, government agencies, technology organization, and other stakeholders together to create a safe, ethical, responsible, and productive digital environment for the students. Then she talked about school and parents collaboration related to it, and then she said that educate parents about children's online activities and the safety related to it, and promote healthy digital habits through regular communication with the parents and with the children both. Identify and address online risk together. It is not only the responsibility of the school, but it should be the responsibility of the parents also to be in the complete, to make the complete triangle. Third point which she talked about was online safety awareness. We are supposed to teach our students about privacy, strong passwords, scams, cyberbullying, and responsible sharing related to their own content. Then she talked about responsible use of social media. Encourage students to think before they post, comment, or share, and highlight the long term impact of their digital footprints. This is the responsibility of we elders. And then she talked about community awareness programs, how we can make the community aware of all this. For that, she said that we should organize seminars, workshop, debates, poster competitions, and awareness campaigns every now and then. Then invite experts to discuss safe and responsible technological usage within the community. She talked about digital literacy should not only for our kids, it should be for every individual. And digital citizenship should include all the people in the community, whether they are students or the parents or the teachers or anybody from the community should be aware of the digital literacy. And then give special attention to the rural and understand communities to ensure the digital inclusion. She talked about preventing cyberbullying and for that she said that create supportive environment where students feel safe and reporting online harassment in front of their elders or on the required portals. Then she talked about ethical and academic use of technology. Encourage technology for learning, creativity, research, and communication. Teach how what is copyright, what is plagiarism, what is misinformation, source of evaluation, and giving the credit to if you are copying any content from there. And then she talked about building a responsible digital community. Responsible digital citizenship is a shared responsibility. It is not only the parents who are supposed to do that, but also the teachers and even the community is responsible for it. Strong partnership among the educators, parents, students, community, and the technological experts can create a safe digital ecosystem in the environment. So the key takeaway was when schools and communities work together, students develop the knowledge, skills, values, and confidence to navigate the digital world safely and responsibly. transforming technology into a tool for learning, inclusion, creativity, communication, and positive social change. This was all from Yella ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for giving such crisp knowledge related to how we can involve the community in this. And then we talk about Nallam sir's points, which is all about digital inclusion in the education system. He talked about the digital and learning opportunities for every student, and every learner should have the resources and support needed to use technology effectively. Then he talked about bridging the digital divides. The technology can improve learning, but unequal access can widen the gap between the rural and the urban area, which is very prominent in our India. And we can see the gap in that. Though everybody is you could digitally equipped, but they don't know how to use it optimally. So for that sake, this was the very relevant point in our connect. And then he talked about socio-economical difference not determined a child access, but digital education should be for everyone in the country. So he talked about how communities and NGOs support. NGOs can help to provide internet connectivity, computers, tablets, and digital literacy resources to the community. And teachers training or should be one of the major goal of the society, should be there for making the digital tool effective in the society. So they should be equipped to support students with different learning needs and abilities. And the special focus on vulnerable learners should be there, like greater attention should be given to rural and remote areas, low income families, students with disabilities, learners with limited or no internet access should be the first one to get the digital literacy classes. Then he talked about usage of local language. As we all know, India is a country with many languages. So here local languages usage should also be there. And then assistive technology should be can be support learners with disabilities and promote greater participation and independence. So role of government, he has mentioned about the role of government also, that how government initiatives can provide affordable or free digital devices, connectivity, and learning resources to students who need them. And we are blessed that in India, many big shot companies like Microsoft, Dell, and Intel, and many other companies like Pearson and others, they have taken up it as their CSR activities. I am a major part of that, so I can understand that how well they are using this in this manner. So ultimate goal should be build an education system where every learner has an equal opportunity to access, participate, learn, and succeed in digital world. Nevertheless, the last statement which I would like, the key take from both of them was that digital inclusion is not simply about providing devices. It is about ensuring that every child has access to skills development, support, and thrive in this digital era. Thank you, Alam sir, for giving us these points, talking about government also. And thank you, Gloria ma'am, for giving me the opportunity to be the moderator of educators who have of knowledge related to any and every topic. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nalini, for your feedback. We appreciate. Congratulations to that room. It was an awesome, through the feedback, I can see that it was really a big deal in that room. Thank you very much. All right,
Only
so
ma'am,
I'm going to
tiger
be
authority.
welcoming Dr. Miriam to give her feedback. Over to you.
Good evening again, everyone. I must say our speakers were so insightful that I genuinely wish they had spoken a little longer. Each speaker reminded us that technology is not just about innovation, it is about responsibility, values, and positive. Professor Noberto Paranga, speaking on developing responsible global digital citizens, emphasized that in today's interconnected world, we are not only citizens of our nations, but also citizens of the digital space. He encouraged us to think critically before sharing information, to practice honesty, respect, and empathy online, and to remember that every digital action leaves a footprint. His message was that responsible digital citizenship is essential for building a more informed, more respectful, and compassionate global society. Dr. Muhammad Osama spoke on balancing digital innovation with human values, where he reminded us that while technology is advancing rapidly through artificial intelligence, digital transformation, we must not lose the human qualities that define us. He spoke about ethical governance, transparency, empathy, and human-centered design, emphasizing that the future of innovation should be guided by compassion, dignity, and responsibility. His concept of digital humanism was a powerful reminder that technology should always serve humanity. Moving on to Dr. Gayatri Mishra, where she spoke on encouraging creativity and innovation through responsible technology. She focused on digital literacy, online safety, and digital ethics, where she highlighted the importance of evaluating information critically, protecting personal data, respecting intellectual property, and using technology for learning, creativity, and meaningful communication. She also reminded us that responsible technology use includes maintaining a healthy balance between screen time and our personal well-being. What I found most interesting is how beautifully the three presentations connected with one another. Professor Nombato reminded us of who we should be in the digital world, responsible global digital citizens. Dr. Gayatri showed us how we should use technology with literacy, ethics, safety, and responsibility. And Dr. Muhammad Usama challenged us to remember why we are using technology in the first place, to uphold human values, empathy, dignity, and compassion. Together, their messages formed a complete picture. Responsible citizens responsibly, guided by strong human values. That is the essence of technology for good and foundation of true digital leadership. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Miriam, for that feedback. Congratulations to your room. We appreciate your feedback. Thank you. Right, so I'm going to move over to Dr. Rania for her feedback. Over to you, Dr. Rania.
Yes, thank you very much, Sana, who was disconnected, so we didn't have the opportunity to hear from her. So I had the three speakers. The first one is Dr. Salda Vazudeva, who focused on how digital skills, they are no longer optional. She said that they're essential life skills because education systems are moving beyond teaching learners now how to use computers. But on the other hand, now what we are doing is help students become more confident, more critical, more critical in this digital society. So the digital empowerment, and digital is not about using, it's about how we can student in an online environment, how they can create digital and simply consume the content, how they can solve problems, and how in general they can participate. These essential skills include how they can be able to evaluate how to interpret, communicate information, and this is information of information overload. Students need experience with have to do with digital skills because the workplace is evolving rapidly and future professionals will increasingly work alongside automation and robotics. So all these literacy, data literacy, AI literacy, coding, all these technical competencies alongside human competencies will be there. And because Dr. Salza said that, of course, this technology won't replace the human dimension. The most valuable future professional will be the who actually can continually adapt, create, and collaborate. So thank you, Dr. Salza, for your contribution. And after we heard from Dr. Ganesh Kandagatla, he actually explained the term of digital divide, because so far we thought that digital divide is about having access to computer or internet connection. But we explained that this is not anymore. This is a broad term which includes not only the access to device, it includes the skills, the opportunities that students have, the confidence, the support which is required to help students participate in a meaningful way in the digital world. So inclusive digital education, according to the Ganesh, can transform technology from a source of inequality to a powerful instrument for educational opportunity, for social inclusion, for lifelong learning. Of course, digital exclusion can affect vulnerable groups, but if we go for digital empowerment, as I mentioned before, digital empowerment has to do with all the strategies that we mentioned before, how to involve students, how to see holistically the student and help him to empower them, include them, protect them, enable them, so give them more digital opportunities. So the ultimate objective is not to close a technological gap. Of course, this is not happening. This won't happen, but maybe we can close an opportunity gap. And this is where digital education becomes a social justice issue. So it will talk about a whole society commitment involving government, schools, universities, teachers, families, technology providers. And this way we can ensure that no learner is excluded because they lack a device. So thank you very much, Dr. Ganesh. And the next presentation was by AWTE Pandey, who presented an interesting topic about critical thinking in digital age and how we can cultivate critical thinking skills in the classroom through specific strategies. So Dr. AWTE mentioned that critical thinking matters more than ever because learners encounter misinformation, manipulated images or misleading information. So he shared with us some strategies, powerful classroom strategies to teach students basic questions like who created this post. For example, we give students as an activity a news post, so they have to discover who created, so who's the author, why was this created, what is the evidence, when this was published, where else can I verify this? And I add there that there is a CRAP evaluation model. Recently, I heard this from a researcher who this CRAP evaluation model says exactly this, that students can examine the currency, the relevance of the news post, the authority, the accuracy, and the purpose, why this was created. And at the same time, students should learn first to stop before sharing something, investigate the source, find out who is behind the information, to look for more reliable sources, and finally to go back to the original study. So all these strategies turn critical thinking into a repeatable process rather than an abstract procedure. So I would like to thank Dr. AWTE for sharing this activity with us. So it's not easy because young people unfortunately reproduce fake news from social media without checking, without cross-checking, because they're not, trained on this, how to verify the news from social media by checking and verifying. Thank you very much, all of you, of my panelists. And Dr. Gloria, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you very much for that feedback. Congratulations to you and your room members. Thank you very much. All right, so I'm going to quickly move over to Dr. Kamal. Over to you, Dr. Kamal.
Thank you, Gloria ma'am, once again. Good evening to one and all. In my breakout room, everybody is superstar. They are really, really amazing speakers. I am learning a lot from them, so I cannot say anything about their performance. So what they have spoken means I have some highlights and I want to share here in front of you. So it was a great honor for me today to invite Shyama Marikar ma'am. Really so sweet, so humble, so kind, and so intelligent. A great teacher. I just regard her as my real sister. So thank you, Shyama ma'am. And she was talking about her topic, academic integrity, and she just spoke about the proper definitions of integrity, what the proper meaning of integrity. As I said that it is a commitment, so acting with honesty and fairness, and it ensures that work should be authentic and sources should be properly created, ethical standards should be well maintained, and it creates a culture of trust. So, as educators, so we have to prepare our children for a real world, and students should be prepared for critical thinking. We have to think critically. We have to create clear-cut policy where and how we have to use AI, and there should be transparency, multi-state evaluations, and she was talking about assessment, and she was talking about finally critical thinking, personal evaluations, and give students some assignments to make the difference. So thank you, Shyama ma'am. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. After that, I had Dr. Alex Panadis sir. His topic was responsible use of AI in education. In the beginning, she frankly said that AI is becoming more powerful today in the education, but a human is getting less careless, less careful, means getting careless. So machines cannot possess the human heart, human emotions. And humans have love, ethics, emotions, kindness. See, he talked about ChatGPT, Google, Gemini, and all the AI tools, and he was talking about ethics while using AI. AI should be an assistant, but cannot be our master. It cannot be our substitute. So use it wisely, very wisely, and to see what he was talking about digital literacy and human literacy, and he was talking about critical thinking and empathy. Thank you, Dr. Pandit sir. Then I just invited Dr. Brotati Chakraborty, where she was talking about her own topic, teaching ethical decision. She said that technology cannot be separated from education today. So, but we have to use it very, very wisely. And how to use technology in education, it is really a big thing, big problem. At the same time, big thing. So, we have to think about the consequences of using technology if we are not, alert and careful. Students should know how to use AI, and they should know the difference between information and misinformation while using all this technology or AI. As he was talking about case study, and their students should know how to use all these things, and the students should be digitally wise and responsible while using AI tools and digital tools in learning and teaching. Thank you, Chakravarti ma'am. After that, I just invited Ravi Kumar sir, where he was talking about digital literacy and online safety. He said that science is really, really playing a big role today, and in today's education, and 21st century is a century of digital learning, digital education. So we are using many things online today. Aadhaar, unique identification number, PAN card, digital transaction, online exams, online study, online reading, even online orders, online food orders, groceries, everything. So while using all these things, we have to be quite alert and wise. So we have to develop critical thinking, and we have to develop empathy. We have to use technology wisely. Students are getting victim of cyber fraud these what was was talking at that time, they are, and thank you Shama ma'am, and thank you Alex Fernandez sir, thank you Brita ma'am, and two speakers, two great speakers were appearing, Vinita Prakash ma'am, and one more, that is Rita ma'am. So thank you Gloria ma'am, thank you all the speakers, and thank you everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kamal, for that feedback.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you. All right, so I'm quickly going
Thank
to call on Ambassador Nahid to give his feedback. Please, just have 3 minutes for that. Over to you, sir.
Gloria ma'am, for giving me opportunity and giving such outstanding speakers. And I have gathered lot many information and knowledge from them. Ambassador Suraya Bano ma'am, that shared ability to look after children by parents and with teachers. So they are the partners, is led in school, and every day we need to look after children. And we as teachers and parents should try to develop critical thinking and learning among children so that they can differentiate between real info and fake info. And children must be fostered to have cyber attitude. We need to establish boundary, and we need to give children guidelines in school as well as home. Open dialogue ought to be there. We need to set screen time and no tech time during dinner time, right? Or we need to have open communication and children from behavior. Second, thank you, Surya Banu ma'am. Second, Dorcas Akin was talking about cyber safety begins in the classroom. Ma'am talked about the classroom culture and how to should we treat how should children treat their classmates online, and children must be okay with teachers. We need to trust children. We must have believe in them, and personal information should be kept as private. Thank you, ma'am. Thereafter, Ambassador Enam Joy Our topic was preventing cyberbullying through education and awareness, right? So digital tools are very powerful tools. We must create awareness among children so that they could share, they can post, but we need to share it more. Then how should they use this powerful tool? Because some people insult other people, right? And every user, every user is human being, and we need to polish words because people are affected by words, and they sometimes they are offended by words, so we need to refine them, right? And we need to check what are children doing every single day with consistency, and we should develop detailed routines, and right, and children should be made to think, share, and care. And what are they doing, we should check. And teachers are equally responsible for their behavior, so teachers must help developing good habit among children, and they should define behavior of children, that how should they behave online. So thank you, Joy. Thank you, Gloria, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nahid, for that feedback. We appreciate you. God bless you. And quickly moving over to Dr. Leoncio Calderon for his feedback. Over to you, sir.
Well, thank you, Dr. Gloria, Dr. Rania, and our friends here. Good morning. First to share, we have three out of the four supposed speakers in my break room, but unfortunately, Dr. Kumakum was not around. Now, first to share is Dr. Radega Ramasamy from Malaysia. Her topic is on artificial intelligence in the future of responsible learning. You mentioned about AI is changing the way students learn, teachers teach, and schools approach education. With AI, learners can access information quickly, receive personalized support, explore new ideas, and find different ways to solve problems. But having personal, powerful technology at our fingertips also comes with responsibility. Students need to understand that AI should support their thinking, not replace it. Learning still requires curiosity, critical thinking, creativity, and ability to make informed decisions. Our second speaker is Ambassador Ahmed Murto. I never asked what country is he from, but his topic is about future-proofing education through responsible digital citizenship. According to him, education today is no longer limited to what happens inside the classroom. Our students learn, communicate, collaborate, and express themselves in a world where technology is part of everyday's life. Future-proofing education means preparing learners not only to use digital tools effectively, but also to think critically, protect their privacy, verify information, communicate respectfully, and make responsible choices online. Uh, he said that responsible digital citizenship also prepares students for a future that continues to change, to evolve, to transform because of AI and emerging technologies. Schools therefore have an important role in developing learners who are digitally skilled while remaining ethical, compassionate, and accountable. Our last speaker, Ambassador Mustakil Jihad from Morocco, his topic covers digital citizenship as a pathway to global peace and understanding. He said that in today's connected world, a simple post, a message that can actually, a message in the millions, or comments that can reach people across countries and nations, cultures in just seconds. This makes digital citizenship more than knowing how to use technology. It is also about using our online spaces with respect, empathy, responsibility, and understanding. When we teach young people to listen to different perspectives, check information before sharing it, and communicate respectfully, this opens space for dialogue, creativity, and take place. So the takeaway is that digital citizenship can become a pathway to global peace and understanding. And I'm your moderator.
Gloria ma'am, it is over. Gloria ma'am.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now. All right, thank you very much, Dr. Nolly, for that feedback. We really appreciate you and your team. Thank you. God bless you. And moving on to the next. Dr. David, over to you for your feedback from your room.
Hello. We had um, we had a lot of really interesting discussion, and sad to say, I didn't write down notes on individuals. I wrote down notes for everybody together, and I'd say that there was total agreement on the main areas that need to be taught, which is we need for the future, we need to really stress teach digital ethics, thinking, and now and we need to bring the issues that are really critical to the forefront and make sure that they're ethical and responsible issues like global warming. And one thing that I thought about is, and it is also addressed by our speakers, here we're identifying the goal, but we're not identifying the method. What I mean, digital ethics and how to be global citizen. But those are goals. The thing that's interesting, that I'm really interested in now, is what are the methods that you use? What are the what is the syllabus? What are the exercises? Especially with AI, because we know that AI is getting incredibly sophisticated. When I look at the images that poke up in various places, I'm just amazed by how much work has gone into it and how real things are. You know, you have to look really closely to be able to see or identify a thumb coming out of somewhere where it shouldn't be coming out of, or that kind of thing. And we need to be able to show and help students learn how to identify what's real and what's not, what's real and what's coming out of AI. And that is a bigger challenge. And I think the way to do it is that we, as the teachers, really need to collaborate with each other and figure out ways to do it, because we're the ones that are kind of on the front line of teaching. And it's often everybody's so excited about like AI that they're forgetting about what potential problems are. And so that's all. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. David Greenfield, for that wonderful feedback from your room. Congratulations to room 1 and to the last room 7. Congratulations to all the moderators. I truly appreciate your moderation today. So as we bring this powerful conversation together, one message has become clear. The future of technology is not only about smarter machines, it's about wiser humans. We cannot simply teach our children how to use technology. We must teach them how to think before they click, how to verify before they share, how to respect before they respond, how to create before they consume, and how to use technology not only for themselves, but for the good of humanity. Because ultimately, responsible digital citizenship is not about technology itself, it's about character in a connected world. And that is a responsibility we must all embrace. Thank you all, to our distinguished moderators, to our speakers, to every participant who has joined us for this important global intellectual exchange. Together, let us keep connecting, let's keep collaborating, and let's keep inspiring. And together, let us transform the world, one child at a time, one teacher at a time. Thank you very much, and have a beautiful night's rest, and have a good day, Dr. David Greenfield. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. And Dr. Rania, I'm so excited that my network did not disappoint me, even though I didn't turn on my camera, but at least I was just kicked out once.
Yes,
Congratulations.
all fine.
And see you
Gloria ma'am,
next
how is
time.
Sarika ma'am?
Yes, Dr. Sarika is getting better. She has been discharged, but she's unable to work for now. So let's keep praying for her. Let's keep praying for her. It affected her wrist and her spine, the spinal area.
I had a word
So
with her.
we
I
just
had a
keep
word
praying.
with somebody who took her phone, and they ensured that she is doing better now.
Oh yeah, I spoke with her. I think today, this morning, I spoke with her this morning, and she's getting better. But it's just the pain. The pain is not easy. So we keep praying for her.
Yes.
So that the pain will subside. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
all right.
Good night.
Thank you,
Namaste
everybody.
from India.
Good night and namaste. Kachifo from Nigeria.
Chipo. Okay.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Good night, everyone.